What's going on, everyone? My name is Under the Radar, and welcome back to the Pokemon 4 Glory. Now, real quick, before I get into this team, I do want to do a little bit of housekeeping. First off, this league is extremely close. Currently, the way the standings are looking, we have Dan in first, we have Leo in second, I believe, and then we have John in third, me in fourth, and then I think it's Professor FX and then Galactic Elliot, right? And I'm sitting at a very solid, let me show you guys what I'm sitting at. Where's my, there we go. I am sitting at a very solid 7-3 with one game unplayed. So, what that means is that I have the potential to grab another 5 losses. I have the potential to. If, let's say, I lose out, I don't make playoffs. The person in, I believe it's 11th place, being Greg. Where is his team down here? Los Angeles Clefable. He's 5-6. He's 5-6, and he's at like 11th place, or he's at like 14th place or something like that. Like, it's possible for him to make playoffs just by winning 2 games and me losing out. Like, it's crazy how easy it is for me to not make playoffs. It's also very crazy to see how many people can make playoffs. Pretty much everybody except for 2 coaches are eligible for playoffs. So these last, well, technically 5 games for me are super important. Not only are they very important, I'm playing 2 of them in the next 2 days. When you guys are seeing this video, it will be Saturday. I would have already played my week 13 game against Bill and the Adelaide Haunch Crows. So at that point in time, I should know if I'm making playoffs or not. So that's really exciting for me, but also very nerve-wracking, because I have to do well in these next 2 games, because I'm playing the Montreal Explouds, who I have a fantastic matchup again, which is what this team builder is on. I'm playing the Adelaide Haunch Crows, who Bill has gotten a little unlucky this season, but has a terrifying team. I'm playing the Camden Ursaring, who have not been doing the best this season. It's just not their season. They only have a couple wins. So it's a potentially big win for me, which would really help. And then that means that I could lose against the Montreal 2 Canadians, who did beat me before I came back into the P4G whenever I was on my old team before Bub left. He 5-0'd me, so that was a big loss. So I really want revenge for that. But there's potential for me to guarantee playoffs by this weekend, but there is also a very big possibility for me to lose playoffs by this weekend, and that's terrifying. So I need to be on my game for these next couple games, and I need to make sure that I go all out in prep. And since I'm going all out in prep, some of you guys might be thinking, why on earth are you showing us what you're doing in your prep whenever you might need to use it for playoffs? Well, yes, I might need to use it for playoffs. However, I do think that partially, if I'm going to make it to playoffs, I should be able to come up with another strategy. You know, I should be able to mold with what I've already shown you guys. I should be able to adapt and come up with a new strategy. So, because of that, I'm not too worried, honestly, about like what people are going to see of my team, how people are going to know I build. If people watch my videos, they know how I build by now. I build kind of sort of unexpectedly, I guess you could call it. I don't bring the same sets every single week. I have a couple sets I really like, but I don't bring the same sets. You can't expect what I bring on my wall. So I do think that I can still deal with it, and this team I'm extremely proud of. It won 5-0 in 3 mocks and 6-0 in 1 mock. So I'm very proud of this team. However, let's go ahead and look at the team matchup. If you do not know my team is Mega Medicham, Togekiss, Shaman, Dragonite, Rhyperior, Gengar, Electros, Quillfish, Empoleon, Darmanitan, and the boy, Linoon. So, Linoon is a pretty big threat for his team. Real quick, let's go over his team, though. He has Thundy T, Rotom Wash, Serena, Emboar, Haxorus, Uxie, Comfey, Lucario, Mega Houndoom, Sandslash, Exploud. Big thing, first off, I played Thundy T, I played Thundy I last week, got 6-0'd by it. Not going to let that happen again. I learned my lesson, I'm going to prep around it accordingly this time. Another thing, he only has 2 hazard removers. Both of them are awful. Sandslash is one of my favorite Pokemon in the Draft League format. However, realistically, against my team, it is pretty bad. Like, I have Mega Medicham that can nuke it, Togekiss, Shaman, even Dragonite can nuke it because I can run like Hydro Pump. Gengar can nuke it with Energy Ball, Giga Drain, Surf, and then Linoon is Linoon. So, I don't think either one of them have a good matchup. So, it is super important to note that rocks are extremely important in this game. However, my hazard setters are awful this game. They are absolutely awful. As you know, I only have Empoleon and Rhyperior for Stealth Rocks, and then I have Quillfish for Spikes and Toxic Spikes. If you just look down his team, Thundy, Rotom Wash, Serena, Emboar, Haxorus can all beat my Empoleon. They can also all beat my Rhyperior because Grass Knot, Hydro Pump, Serena could even run mixed, and then Emboar could run mixed with Grass Knot and a Life Orb to nuke it. Uxie, Comfey, like it. I don't have a good matchup with my Stealth Rockers, so I needed to figure out a way to get up Stealth Rocks without bringing my Stealth Rockers, and I came up with a very effective way of doing it, because if you look at his team, Mega Medicham has a field day. It outspeeds everything except for Mega Houndoom and Thundy T. That's amazing for me. And he only has, realistically, one switch into it in his Uxie. His Uxie, I'm fully expecting it to be Rocky Helmet to try to get off some good chip damage off on me. I'm also fully expecting Steadfast Lucario. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to build around a specific Mon that I think has a fantastic matchup against him with only needing 2 coverage moves, and try to force him to allow me to set up. So let's just go ahead and start talking about the team. We'll start off with this Dragonite set. This Dragonite set is my win con, right? This is the absolute win con. I love this thing. Sub-Dragonance Fly with the Flyinium Z and Dragon Claw. So this EV spread allows me to outspeed Emboar, I believe. I did this so long ago. I'm gonna feel so dumb, but I'm pretty sure it's Emboar. Yeah, Jolly Emboar. Sorry about that, guys. I had a phone call I had to take. So, as I was saying, this Dragonite set has the potential to just 6-0. This has enough speed for Jolly Emboar, so I can always outspeed it and hit that if he's like a Choice Bandit or a Life Orb mix set or whatever have you. So I'm able to do a lot of damage to that. The big thing is this max HP 4 into Spadef. So, this guarantees that Volt Switch from a physically defensive Rotom does not break my substitute. Max HP means that no matter how many drop kicks he uses against me with his Serena, I can always set up on it. If I have my multi-scale, for whatever reason, like say he heals me with like a Heal Pulse or something. Now that's a stupid statement. I won't have my multi-scale. However, if it is a point to where he doesn't have rocks up for whatever reason, I can actually use Dragon Claw against Haxorus, and even with a Choice Banded Outrage, he can't OHKO me. So it's super important with this max HP, but the big thing is this in conjunction with this game plan. My game plan is to lead off with my Mega Medicham, right? Instantly lead off with my Mega Medicham, no matter what I see on his side, unless I don't see Uxie. Then that would kind of put a halt to this entire plan. However, it still is not the end of the world, because this Mega Medicham, no matter what, I'm going to lead off with it, and if he has anything in that is not Uxie, I'm going to click Drain Punch, because I do not want to go for Fake Out, have his Lucario come in, get a +1 attack boost, and just start spamming E-Speeds on me. Actually, I think it's Speed. I think Steadfast is Speed. Yeah, it's Speed, right? Yeah, it's Speed. So I do not want that thing getting a +1 speed boost and running through my entire team, because as you can see, I do not have the best switch-ins to Lucario. Granted, nobody does. So I'm going to click Drain Punch guaranteed. If he goes into his Uxie, not a big deal. I will know what he is, and then if he goes into his Uxie, he will always scare me out. Always, 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 always. That's why I have Magic Coat. What I can do is I can Magic Coat, bounce his rocks back to him, bounce back a Toxic, bounce back a T-Wave, bounce back anything, go directly into my my Dragonite, set up a sub on Uxie, go for Dragon Dance, and go for Game. The only bad part about this would be is if he has Foul Play. However, nobody in my mocks had Foul Play. Actually, nobody had them. So, or had that. So I don't really expect him to have Foul Play. I think he does need Psychic coverage for my Gengar specifically. Even though Foul Play still does do a decent amount, it's like, because of its poor defenses right here, it's still nice to have psychic coverage for my Gengar. And Foul Play does nothing to my Togekiss. So I don't know. It's possible for him to have Foul Play, but if he does, I can still set up a Dragon Dance in his face, go for Z-Fly, do a lot of damage, and then I can still get off a lot of damage on his entire team. And let's say I just get rid of Uxie, that means his team is very weak to this Mega Medicham set. With Fake Out, Drain Punch, Poison Jab, I can blow through his entire team pretty much. Originally I had Toxic, however I changed that to Poison Jab so I can get off a little bit more damage onto the Comfey. Another thing, I did not see Comfey one time in any of my mocks, so I could run Mono Dragon with Devastating Drake. However, I do not want to take that chance. I do not want to take that chance at all. If for some reason he does bring Comfey and I lose to Comfey because I don't have my Flying EMZ, I'm going to feel like an absolute idiot and I'm going to hate myself for it. So it's very important that I that I have that Z-Fly. But Poison Jab does just allow me to hit that a little bit harder. Drain Punch is there because it's very good stab against his team. This also outspeeds his Haxorus, so he can't set up on this thing for free because a Fake Out plus Drain Punch will do a lot, putting it in range of a bunch of other Mons on my team. Or I could just sack off Mon, come in, get Fake Out damage off again. So one thing that I did want to make sure I had on this team was a bunch of priority because I do not want to lose to Agility Thunder T. I do not want to lose to Double Dance Thunder T. I don't want to lose to set up Haxorus. I don't want to lose to him setting up speed on me and getting dropped on my neck like I did last week. That'd be very embarrassing. Very embarrassing, actually. So the game plan is lead off with Mega Medicham, click Drain Punch. If he goes into Uxie, click Magic Coat. He leads off with Uxie, click Magic Coat turn 1, hopefully get up rocks, go into Dragonite, set up a sub, set up a couple DDs, blow through his team. I don't expect Dragonite to 6-0 him. I do expect it to blow through his team though, get off a bunch of damage, kill maybe 1 to 2 things, and make my other Mon's jobs very easily. Specifically making one Mon's job very easy is this Choice Scarf Gengar with Shadow Ball, Sludge Wave, Dazzling Gleam, and Destiny Bond. It can clean up whatever Gengar can't. If you look at his team, he does not have the best switch-ins to this. Like Thunder T, Rotom Wash, his best switch into it is Houndoom. Like his only way of beating Gengar is letting me kill something, going into Mega Houndoom, Pursuit Trapping me. That is his best way of dealing with me. So if I can lock myself into something like Sludge Wave and kill something, then Houndoom can't come in on me for free because after Stealth Rock, Sludge Wave does a lot of damage, instantly putting it in range of Fake Out for my Mega Medicham. And on top of that, his Shadow Ball switch-ins don't really exist except for Exploud, and I don't really think Exploud will come to this game. I think he has a bunch of other threats that are better, like Thunder T, Rotom Wash, Emboar, Haxorus, Uxie, Lucario, Mega Houndoom. Like, those 7 Mons match up very well against my team. But overall, let's say for whatever reason I'm looking at a nasty Plot Thunderous in the face and I know I can't kill it with a Shadow Ball, I know I can't kill it with a Sludge Wave for whatever reason, I can just go for Destiny Bond and take care of that threat. Same thing with like a wall of his. If my Gengar is very weak and I know that he's going to go for like Volt Switch with his Rotom, I can just click Destiny Bond and kill that thing off. Same thing with Slash Shock from Uxie. Just kill it off and just get it out of the way. And then that makes my other Mon's jobs pretty easy as well. While this thing is important, it's not the crutch of the team. It's really not. It's Mega Medicham, Dragonite, and then my Linoon back here. Those are the crutches of the team. But I still really like this Gengar set. Then we're going to go into Bill's Mom. Bill's Mom is awesome. I love Bill's Mom. We have Roost, Baton Pass, Air Slash, Dazzling Gleam. This is a backup check to Haxorus. Again, enough speed for, I believe this is Exploud. I believe that's Exploud. Yeah, Jolly Max Speed Exploud, or Timid Max Speed Exploud, that's what it is. With Roost, Baton Pass, Air Slash, Dazzling Gleam. With the Kebia Berry, if you do not know what the Kebia Berry is, it is the Poison Resist Berry, so I can take a Poison Jab from +1 Haxorus, go for Dazzling Gleam, instantly putting it in range of Extreme Speed, or Fake Out from my other 2 Mons. Air Slash is also there because it pressures his team very hard. His best switch into it is Thunder T, and if he switches into Thunder T, he's hopefully going to be taking rocks that I get up with Magic Coat. So that'll be nice, along with being able to pressure some of his other slower, weaker slower, more offensive Mons is what I meant to say in Exploud and Emboar. So yeah, I really like this set. Spadaf, it just allows me to take on his Rotom decently well. It also allows me to take on some of his more especially offensive threats, such as Comfey or a special Lucario, or I can live a Spec Spoon Burst from Exploud and get off a pretty hard hit, so that's pretty nice. I do really like this set. However, I don't think it is going to be the key player. I think it's just like it's going to be that panic button that you press whenever stuff just hits the fan. But yeah, so these 4 mons I'm really comfortable with. However, what I'm noticing is that I'm still pretty weak to Thundy T. So these last 2 mons are designated to Thundy T plus a cleanup mon, and this thing just hard walls Thundy T. Hidden Power Ice, Thunderbolt, Acid Spray, and U-Turn. Acid Spray is there because if I come in on Thundy T, it's going to force him out every single time. If it doesn't, he can't 2-hit KO me. Even with a +2 Gigavolt Havoc, it doesn't OHKO me. Hidden Power Ice after Rocks does have a chance to OHKO him, or it does like 50%, so he instantly puts him in range of Fake Out or Extreme Speed. So Acid Spray is there to potentially force out another mon to take some more rocks damage. With Acid Spray, it means that things like Uxie can't come in on me for free. It means Rotom can't come in on me for free. A bunch of things like that. It's going to be forced to take some extra rocks damage, switch back out, have something else take some more rocks damage, and then just have that take an Acid Spray too. And hopefully I will use it as an attacking yawn, potentially, because if I can get off that Acid Spray, a -2 special defense does not, anything on his team does not want to take a Thunderbolt. So that's pretty cool. This is also a really good check to Nasty Plot Lucario. So this is a really good check to Nasty Plot Lucario. This is a really good check to SD Lucario. Not so much agility, but SD. This is also a decent check to agility, but not SD. So I have both of those options covered. This is also still a decent check to Thundy T, which is the most important thing. I can just get off some good damage, potentially U-turn on some of his bulkier mons. Oh my god, I am just the most professional person in the entire world today. Sorry about that. But yeah, this is going to be a very important mon this game. It's going to be that crutch that I'm going to lean on. And then the most important mon on the entire team, we have my friends, the Linoon. I named it Friends because I wanted to name it after Paul, but I also wanted to name it after Aberforth because Aberforth loves Linoon. A little bit less than I love Linoon, but he still loves Linoon. So it's pretty important that I have this mon. So I'm a Choice Banded Linoon. This has enough speed again for his Exploud, right? I'm like 95% positive it's Exploud. I'm awful at typing today. Yeah. So that is enough speed for his Exploud if he wants to be Specs Exploud. And believe it or not, this thing nukes his entire team with the combination of Normal Stab plus Seed Bomb. His best switch into this thing is Sand Slash. If he does not bring Sand Slash, I will just be clicking normal moves. If he wants to burn me, that's why I have Facade. It then easily 2-hit KOs Rotom, and I also outspeed it. It also can 2-hit KO Uxie with a little bit of chip damage if he is Fizz Def like I'm expecting him to be for my Mega Metacham. Extreme Speed is there because Choice Banded Extreme Speed after 2 hits of rocks from his Thundy T guaranteed kills it. Extreme Speed after 1 hit of rocks I think guaranteed kills Mega Houndoom. I actually want to double check because Linoon is just like, I don't know, I just absolutely love Linoon. Versus Exploud. As you can see, like, Return does 77 and 91. If I'm burned, Facade, I believe, does a lot more. A lot more. And then versus Houndoom dash Mega. Let's take this burn off. Take the burn off. Thank you. As you can see, Extreme Speed after 2 hits of rocks guaranteed kills it. Same thing with Thundy. I think Thundy T is the exact same, pretty much the exact same calc. Yeah, it has a chance to OHKO after Stealth Rocks. Like, it is absolutely insane how good this thing is at just picking things off. Same thing with Haxorus. If he is able to get off a couple Dragon Dances, I can just ensure that he doesn't set up for free. Once he takes rocks plus any 1 hit, he's in range of Banded Extreme Speed. So this is a very, very, very good failsafe against his team. Being able to just spam Extreme Speed and pick off his more frail mons is super, super clutch, and I love that about his team. The biggest problem for this, I'm pretty sure, is going to be Emboar. I think Emboar takes Extreme Speeds pretty well, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, it looks like it takes over 50%. Holy crap. God, I love Linoon so unbelievably much. So if I can get one hit off on his entire team, I can extreme speed sweep him after stealth rocks. So it's very, very cool how much pressure Banded Linoon puts on his entire team with just this priority. This HP investment also allows me to live some hits from his more bulkier mons, like a Side Shock from Yuxi, Volt Switches from his Rotom, things of that nature. So I'm so happy with this team. I'm so happy with this team. I'm very happy. I think this team has a very good chance at giving me a big win and making it a lot easier for me to make playoffs, but I'm very happy with it. But with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the video off here. Thank you all very much for watching. If you did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like down below for me. Also, make sure you go over to Nidor's channel. His links will be down in the description below, as well as all of the other P4G links down there. Make sure you guys also comment. Let me know what you think and what you think about the team. If you like it, if you hate Linoon, get off my channel. I love Linoon so much. But with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you all again so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.